Additional. Then another one talking about they're going to sue us. Well, let me tell you something about lawsuits. If you sue us, which would be something that I would welcome, because then we get our attorney and you as plaintiffs would have to come in and be deposed. And I'd like to depose all of those involved, so they would have to tell us what they did, what they didn't do, under oath. Under oath. So bring in, you can drop it off right here, the paper's right here in hand, so we can get the deposing, since none of these young boys are saying nothing. You file a lawsuit, they gonna have to say something. And they're going to have to not only talk, I want to see their cell phone logs. I want to see all their social media. Let's open it up. Let's let it go.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning, at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, come on. Tight shirts, come on. Tight shirts, come on. Tight shirts. Every day. My son wears tight shirts. To the gym or wherever. Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Sean and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. August 3rd. On a Monday. Wait for everybody to join in. Let the chat get busy. Get to these good mornings. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Yeah. We got the licensed therapist. Our therapist is going to be on the show today at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For those not watching on the East Coast, y'all do the math wherever y'all at. So she's going to be on here. That's why we have decided submission women don't want. Yeah, got some clips on this beach of submission. Well, what people say, a woman is supposed to submit. Some people go back to the Bible and things of that nature. So we're going to talk about it. And we're also then going to get into the disrespectful shit going on with Nolan Wells' friends, so-called friends. Yeah. I'm trying to just stay even keel. When the so-called friends have started, they call it something else in the clip I'm going to show you. They call it something I've never, but it's a GoFundMe for what they're going through. Yeah, what Nolan Wells' so-called friends are going to. They have a GoFundMe that not a GoFundMe for the parents. Not a GoFundMe for the parents, and to let's support the parents in lawyer fees and things of that nature, or whatever they need in this time of pain and loss. No. Nolan's friend said, we're going through something. Sounds like a little bit of privilege going on to me. But I mean, why would we expect any difference? They said, we're going through something. Our names are being dragged through the mud. We're being affected. We want to reach out to people who understand what we're going through. You know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to have nobody's stories match up? You know how much work it takes to have nobody's stories match up? You know how hard you think it's easy being this inconsistent? You think it's easy waking up every morning and watching somebody else on social media proving another inconsistency in the story? These white friends said, you know how hard it is for me to inconsistencies to be proven every morning. I wake up and look at my phone on signatures and time logs and GPS logs and all types of stuff. You think that's easy? It ain't easy being this inconsistent. So the friends have decided that they gonna get themselves, they need support. They need support. We need financial support to keep up this inconsistency. Because how much do you think we got to pay these lawyers to prove that we're not being inconsistent, even though the stories are inconsistent? You know how hard we got to pay a lot of money. We need all our Mississippians. Is that even a word? I don't know if that's a word. Our Mississippians to come together. These people is causing trouble. They come into our town and causing trouble. You know how hard it is to keep looking at a camera and keep telling people, I have no idea what happened to Nolan? You know how hard it is to keep this up? You know the pressure we're under? To just keep saying, we don't know. We don't know. We're with them all night, but we don't know. We partied all night, but we don't know. The white girl don't know. The white boys don't know. Nobody knows. Do you know how much stress? Speaking on behalf of, I'm impersonating white. If you just joined on, this is my impersonation of the white boys, and this is why they need a GoFundMe. You know how difficult this is? The whole world is watching. Normally, this goes on around here, and nobody blinks an eye. We're just doing what we were taught to do. Cover our ass at all costs. Nobody's ever asked us this question. Nobody's ever asked us questions like, well, what happened? Nobody's ever asked us questions like, why the boat go here, then the boat go there, then the boat go here, then the boat go there, but you said the boat just went here. We never have to answer our locations. God damn it. So they got them a GoFundMe. They got them a GoFundMe. Think about what we're saying here. Not a GoFundMe for the victim, your friend. Not a GoFundMe for your friend's family. No, they got a GoFundMe for them. Please listen to what I'm saying, how bizarre this is. J Black is in the building. What's up?
Yo.
Yes, they got a GoFundMe for them. For their pain and suffering. Listen to this. I want you to listen to. Have you ever heard this shit in your life? That your friend dies and you get a GoFundMe and you start a GoFundMe, allegedly. You start a GoFundMe, not for the family, but for you and your friends. For what you're going through.
I was gonna start a GoFundMe to find where Ashley Newman was, but she's here.
We should Ashley Newman. What's up? We should have started a GoFundMe.
Where's Ashley Newman? Anyone seen her? What's up, Ash?
Shit, I'm gonna start getting started GoFundMe. Every time I cheated on my girl, I should have started a GoFundMe. Do you know how hard it is to try and get away with this shit? Do you know the pressure I am under trying to get away with this?
Johnny from Australia said that's so disgusting. They need to GoFundMe.
You tried to hit the Australian accent.
You heard me?
No, I ain't mad at you because I was like, I don't know if he's right or wrong. I don't know. You tried to hit the Australia. I was thinking of it. But yeah, this is the epitome. This is the epitome of these white young motherfuckers still don't believe that anything's going to come down from this. This is them playing in our faces. This is them saying, look at this. Not only will we not get caught, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for us. This is the epitome of the privilege, people. This is the highest level of the privilege. They don't give a fuck. This is why I say, if you see something, if you want to help, repost. Do you see if you believe it? See how authentic it is? Maybe research. Look, I'm trying to be responsible. These motherfuckers opening a GoFundMe for themselves, and I'm still trying to be responsible. Repost all the shit. Repost all the shit that is proving the contradictions in these stories. And if you feel the need that if you're bold enough, because some of y'all don't like getting in front of the phone or something, that's not your thing. But if you do, get on that motherfucking phone and start stating your case on how you don't believe none of these motherfuckers. I don't believe none of y'all.
Good morning, Jay Wells.
I don't believe anybody who's jumped out here in front of a camera and who said he or she is Nolan's friend. I don't believe none of y'all. I might believe the white girl because I think the white girl's like, I liked them. I wanted some of the Mandingo. I liked them.
I was gonna let him hit.
That Mandingo right there made me feel something different just in the conversation. Let me tell you, these motherfuckers have lost starting a GoFundMe for your pain and suffering and for what you've gone through is exactly what we have to deal with every day in America. Your pain and fucking suffering. your pain and suffering is absolutely, it's not even amazing. It is right on. It's par for the course. It's fucking par for the course. All right, Jay Black, how was your weekend? And we'll get into all this. We're gonna get into the side of submission women don't want. And listen, people, if you're just joining the show, understand we get to the topics. We're just not trying to get you on here, but we got other things we need to do. We got a whole show. We got a whole show that we put together. We would like you to enjoy it. And one of the parts of the show is we ask Jay Black, how was your night? Or in this case, how was your weekend? How'd everything go? What's up? You and Lady Q argue? What you have?
We always argue, but I just wanted to see what Nolan was up to. Okay, 808. We always argue. We always debate. We always got something going on in this house. There's always a clip that's being played on Instagram or IG. She asked my opinion. But no, it was a good weekend. It was a lot of meetings. I got a meeting today. I got to be at about 9 today. But everything was good. Nothing spectacular happened over the weekend for me. We planned to go to Six Flags, but the weather wasn't cooperating. It's thunderstorms today up in this Philly, South Jersey area. But no, all is good. Nothing special. Nothing
the
special.
rain. I'm not no expert meteorologist. I'm not into the weather like that, but I got a funny feeling we have to have broken records for rain during the summer. We had to have broken records. Fact, side eye, every last one of them. This shit is crazy. Ashley, I'm telling you, this is what they're doing is saying you can't do anything to us, and we're going to prove it. We're going to open a GoFundMe for the people who have done nothing except give inconsistent stories, and we want people to support us in making this divide, because you know what this is the dog whistle for, right, Jay?
For the racism.
The whistle is for the folks out there who don't believe Black Lives Matter.
Oh, just the All Lives Matter people.
This is the come on, y'all. Look what they're trying to do. Look what they're trying to do. These people are asking us questions. They're trying to make the question us, and they're trying to make us prove we're normally not in these situations. We should never be in these situations. That's what this is. This is the call on out. Get your hoods on. Put your hoods on. This is what it is. Every last one of them. This shit is crazy. It's antagonizing.
Yes. AJ Black, Mike, Sean. Hope you guys doing well. Johnny from Australia. What up? Ash, like I said, she's back. What up, Nikki White Chocolate.
Whoa, Nikki White Chocolate.
Changed her profile picture. She's trying to get a man. She's single out here.
Nikki.
Yeah. Trying to get somebody.
Nikki. Change the profile pic to a glamour shot, Nikki.
Show y'all what I got.
Look at that. Look at Nikki White Chocolate right there.
Who wants some? I'm single. Who wants some?
Nikki not playing no games. Nikki said, look at that. That is a very, Nikki?
Actually, that's a good picture.
That is an excellent picture.
She got big dash.
That's what you're looking for. Tawana says it's entitlement and the audacity to get a damn GoFundMe for something that they did blatantly. They blatantly did the BS. God don't like ugly, as the old folks would say. Yeah. So if you're wondering, hey, we might as well just get to it. We might as well jump up in this.
What up, TP? Good morning, TP.
What's up, TP? Good morning.
Afro Queen.
Here we go. Here's the clip right here.
For a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and just when you thought it couldn't get any more tasteless, the boys have made a Give, Send, Go. Friends of Nolan Xavier Wells, who were targeted, have a Give, Send, Go for $100,000. Can you believe that? They are saying that their lives have been turned upside down and destroyed, and what do they need this money for? Can anybody answer me that? Anybody out there? It's insane to me. Are they going to take that money and donate it to Christine and the family? Because that's what I would think best friends would do. What do these two need money for? It is so shocking to me and so nervy that your best friend disappears, is no longer with us, and just because the way you guys handled it, you deleted all your social media accounts. Not normal to act after a friend passes away and there's nothing at all to hide. We're not saying you did anything. We're just saying the behavior is very suspicious. And so people had questions of that. You were targeted? What about Christine Walmsley, how her entire business was targeted? What about people saying she's a terrible mother, coming after her? Officer Race Tatum making his whole entire life and show about a mother who just lost her 18-year-old son. It's disgraceful. I'm sure they'll raise the $100,000, but so did Chud the Builder. That's what this is. This is Chud the Builder energy, right?
So Chud the Builder, that's a whole long story that turned out to be crazy that they actually supported that, but I'm not surprised anymore. Yeah, this is to infuriate people. That's what this is. This is the put it in your face that there's nothing you can do to us. You don't live out here. You don't know the systems of law and how it goes down out here in Mississippi. So y'all can do what y'all want. Y'all can try and point fingers. We are the victims. We are the victims.
Yeah. And they almost reached their goal. I just looked it up. They close to their goal right now. Wow. So why people donating?
Of course. People think the folks out there, like the audacity of these people to actually question our young men and women to find out what? The truth. That's all. Just want to find out what happened. Who bust you in the head? I don't know. I don't know who.
Maybe dude had a little something on this thing.
Little Prince, CJ is. Oh, okay. We that's our personal chat and everybody chatting up in the personals. So I guess we can go on. We can start hitting some
clips.
I don't know which one you. What was the white girl? I got a white girl that says evidence before. Let me. I don't know this one, y'all. I'm just gonna throw it out there and see real quick. Because I had this and I said, what is this white woman? Oh, the white woman lies on CNN. My bad. But which one of them don't lie on CNN?
Yeah, they all lie.
Well, which one of them? Everybody got a lie that they going. All right, here's the good old fashioned racism. Hey, I'll give you some good crispy racism. Fancy store. Fancy high-end store. Won't let somebody who ain't white get into the store. Now, the irony is the people not letting the man into the store, it might really piss you off. It's a Louis store. It's a Louis store. And this is... I
think I got a different perspective on this, though.
This is a Louis store, so he's not allowed in. He's not... Just check what happens.
There's only 2 people in the store. No one else is in there. I'd like to know why I can't.
Because we're closing shortly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a client. I've been with Louis Vuitton for many years.
What would you like to shop for today? Do you know
Sir,
exactly
do I need a reason to step into the store?
Yeah, it's just because we have clients ahead of you on the queue here. Okay. That we're here in line.
I want to come in and purchase something.
I know, I understand that.
Do I have to decide what I'm going to purchase before I walk into the store?
No, it's just that we have a system for how we manage the client experience when they come into one of our stores.
Okay. I've been in this store many times. I've never, ever had to give a reason to come inside the store. To Louis Vuitton since I was a kid. Now at 61, I'm having an issue. Well, there are only 2 people in the store. 3 minutes, there's only 2 people in the store. I'm right here in Glendale, and I have to wait for a queue of people that haven't come into the store yet. This is crazy.
You just can't record.
Sir, I'm in public place. I can record anything I like. Sir, I'm in public place. What is your name, sir?
Martin.
Martin, my name is Stephen Williams. And as long as I'm outside, I have a right to record anything. If I'm inside your store, no. But outside in a public place, I can record anything. That's the law. So am I going to get to come inside the store, gentlemen?
We're back over tomorrow.
So there are only 2 people in the store. There's only 2 people in the store. There's 2 people in the store. I'm in a public place, and I've been told I can't come in. And there are only 2 people.
And that's basically what goes on. There's only 2 people in the store. They say you can't come in. Then they say, well, what are you going to shop for? What are you going to shop for? He has a valid point.
Who?
The black man has a valid point.
No, keep going.
He absolutely does have a valid point.
Nope.
You can't stop somebody from going. If it was because you had arrangements, because somebody was being shown, what happened was you then said, what are you going to shop for? That blew your whole argument that you had, that this was a special appointment for a celebrity because you asked him, what are you going to shop for?
Well, doing my research, I did a little research on that.
I know the research you did.
No, but according to people, that's their normal standard process for their shoppers. Is no more than 2 people at a time. So that, I guess, it gives you a different experience.
That's a lie.
I don't know. That's what people were saying.
That's a lie because I've been in Louis stores, so that's a lie.
Well, that's what they said. Maybe that one.
I ain't purchased nothing.
Closing, and they were closing too.
I ain't purchased nothing.
I just know why we want to spend our money where people don't want us. That was the first part that irritated me.
And that is a whole nother subject that I totally agree with you, because I think if anything was exposed during this, what was exposed some earlier this year was how overpriced everything is. And when the tariffs hit, they tried to show you that all they do is put a goddamn label on it and they run your pockets. But, and I agree with you, I don't know why we shopping here. This happened to Oprah. Remember the legendary thing happened in Oprah in France? I think it was France.
One of those spots, yeah.
And listen, are we mesmerized and programmed and brainwashed by a fucking Louis bag? I never been. Just never had.
A lot of people.
I never understood the point, but God bless.
But if they are closing, like the security said, and if that is their procedures during those time frames, no more than 2 people to have
not their procedure. That's not their procedure.
I don't know. I think it's something more to that.
That's not their procedure because I've been in there.
Happens in Australia also, Johnny said. I don't know. I just felt like that was just dumb. And I thought, I don't know, the whole thing with that clip to me just irritated me because I'm like, what are we trying to prove? They don't celebrate it, not tolerate it. Don't go nowhere, spend your money if they don't want. Like all of them, I was irritated that he even recorded all that. He's not getting me to rally on this side. Like,
I'm going to rally on this side because I'm going to do what Jay-Z did. Do you know how many things you support that are racist? So when you go in there, if you've gone in there all the time, then all of a sudden they stop you for no reason. You know why they're stopping you for?
Lord said, well, why did he ask him what he was going to put? And that was
exactly.
I just want to get a sweater. Or I want a hat. Like that was
I don't have to tell you what I'm going to purchase.
That part. That was the only part that I was like, oh, what does that change things? How does that change anything?
And listen, if that individual store wants to make believe that they only have 2 people at a time, it's a goddamn lie. We know it's a lie.
Ashley Newman's been messy. Yeah, I just didn't think it was needed. I thought it was over the top. I thought it was over the top.
Wait, how is that over the top when a store is open and the store says you can't come in? How is that over the top?
The store said we're closing, and
we're not closed.
And we're part of our experience when you shop at our store is to not to have no more than 2 people in at a time. Maybe that's towards the end of closing. They don't want people there all late still, and it's time to close and get out of there. And you know how the stores they tell you, hey, ShopRite customers, we're closing in 10 minutes. Like, get your items and meet to the front.
But you already know that your argument is blown out the water because he said, what are you trying to shop for? What are you here for? What are you trying to get?
He'll be back. He'll be still going back there because he seemed like they sound like he just, I want the Louis stuff. I made part of the elite.
And we got friends that are part of the elite that are always in there.
Yeah, but
I don't know why you're gonna pick and choose. Bottom line is whether you're adamant about it, you can't defend their actions.
No, I'm not defending their action. I'm more bothered that he cares enough to record and try to get the people to rally behind him. That y'all should let him in. It's because he's black. I don't. That Louis.
What are you talking about? If my life I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars at that store, and then one day you tell me I can't come in. Yes, whether you agree with spending that type of money in the store or not, whether you agree with that, you do agree. Well, not you, but I'm agreeing. I see why he's pissed off. And the fact of the matter is they shouldn't be able to do that.
Good morning, LaShawn. Good morning, Auntie outside. Why didn't he just say that then? That's what Lois wanted to know. Why didn't the security just say that? Look.
Because he couldn't, because he was thinking of something on the fly. He was thinking of something on the fly. And that's when you got these security people try and take their job to the next level and try and make up some bullshit. And it's just bullshit. The fact that another black man was doing it to a black man, that's also.
You gonna go against your store? Like that's your business?
That's America. Let's make this black man tell another black man that the white man said he can't come in. That's the ploy that's always been deployed.
I didn't get that. How about
don't you get it?
How about they employed the black man to be the security? It's like if you're at UPS and they tell you, Mike, you can't do this because of that. You gotta still tell it another Puerto Rican or black person. Oh yeah,
if they tell me he can't come in, and I'm like, but he can come in. We always let him in.
Well, if you internally and you know, like, yo, what was that about? Like you can question from then. You could do the cocoa.
But do you see the ploy of using Officer Brandon Tatum?
Why are you here to spend money? Duh, you big dummy.
The same way former Officer Brandon Tatum is being used is the same way. Hey, put the security guard to tell the black guy, we black people are only ones who are treated non-exceptional. Blood money from free labor is invalid.
Yeah, no, I get what Jay Will's saying too.
I thought they only did that for celebrities and high rollers. Of course they do. Of course they do. But if that was the case, he would have said it.
What?
I would have gone back with my two Samoan nephews. I didn't know Johnny from Australia. I didn't know you had two Samoan nephews. But I guess they're big boys. For some reason, I think we think every Samoan is big. Our money is a drop in the bucket compared to who really supports them. CJ Williams, that's not true. That's not true. Nobody spends more money than us. That's our power.
We want that.
That's our power.
We want to spend that shit.
Don't shop at places where your dollars aren't expendable or it's impendable.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, appreciate it, but we gotta have those bags. We gotta show people that I got a Louis bag. I got a Louis scarf.
But there's a thing that kills me. And what do you think the big reasons are that we want to have the scarf and we want to have the bag? What do you think? What is the big influence?
I think people are doing it for the status elite. It shows that I got money.
Right.
I can afford this Louis. Look at me. Bam. Right. Check me out. I'm up at
right.
Look at my shopping bag. Yeah, I'm out here.
And who spread that word better than anybody else in the world? Who spread that word better than anybody else in the world?
What do you mean? Our culture wanted to be floss.
No. Let's get to the root. What
don't blame
genre?
Hip-hop music. What are you gonna blame?
What are you talking about? Your man is the epitome of telling you I'm better than you because of what I have.
I know you ain't just say my man.
Your man, hip hop.
Like Mike said, is my people's, right? But look, since we want to do that,
yes.
Mike talk all this Jay-Z stuff, and my man did this. And look at Mike throwing up the rock sign with him in Freeway.
With Freeway. With somebody who I was supporting.
I was waiting for you to come at home. I was waiting. I had this on.
How does that affect anything? Freeway is a friend of mine.
The problem then, if you're saying
Freeway is a friend of mine who's actually doing an event. So if he was like, Mike, let's throw up the rock, I throw up the rock sign. I say exactly what I said about Jay-Z. If me and him got into a conversation, if me and Freeway got into a conversation, I would say the same thing. So nice try.
But you're spreading the same thing. If Jay-Z is the problem for this and hip hop caused this, you're just going right with the propaganda. If that's the case.
And maybe I should have then not taken a picture with Freeway. I should have taken the other because you won't show the other pictures. I'm
just showing you putting up the rock sign. So you're going with the status quo.
I was 100% wrong. I should not have taken that picture with Freeway.
Check me. Yeah, you
That's
talking
not
all
check
that.
me.
I told you it's the rock. You right along with everybody.
I took a picture with Freeway. My bad. Still not checkmate. Because I'm still sitting up here telling you what hip hop did.
But you're saying the opposite of
I'm
hip hop.
saying what hip hop did. And first of all, I said your man. I said what hip hop did. The marketing that was based that got Louis, like got people to be programmed was us.
Why don't we own Louis? Own our own.
We really shouldn't say it.
They tried.
They really shouldn't say it if a celebrity is inside. He had a gun. Got here late. Missed the clip. That's just the go-to.
Yeah, for white people. For you don't know, Random Rick is white.
They made us hate ourselves.
That's how they do. What Doc say?
They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. Kanye West.
Mm,
Absolutely.
bars. That's yay.
I'm taking responsibility. I'm not pushing this off on anybody else. I'm taking responsibility on the radio for what we promoted. I've sat up here and told you and apologized for the shit I promoted on the radio. I didn't know it was a problem until I knew it was a problem. We have to keep our money within our community with the healthy business practices, of course. Obviously, Ryan, that's something we definitely need to do. Don't own none of that stuff, but it's the programming.
Status elite though, Auntie outside.
It's the programming and why people will go broke to have a $1,200 car note.
Yo, I got that Louis bag. Look at my lady. My lady got that bag. Check her out. Spitting that shit. And she out there. You want your lady to be happy and to make Louis bags make them happy, what we gonna do? We're gonna get a Louis bag.
Hell no.
That's not
true. The status is made up by a marketing company as projecting for advertising. Afro Queen, keep Afro Queen's comment up there. Afro Queen, stop. Because their marketing company, when hip hop started, couldn't even fathom how effective rappers were. No other genre of music ever has named high-end brands for free. For free. They got the greatest marketing campaign in history for free. They didn't even know what to do with themselves. Matter of fact, it was so effective that they didn't even want it in the beginning. They didn't even want us wearing their stuff or buying their bags in the beginning. Dapper Dan literally took Louis V's and started putting it on sweatsuits illegally. No marketing plan can compete with the number one, back then, the number one genre of music. The number one genre of music promoting high-end brands for free. You tell me what marketing company sat down and said, you know what we'll do? We'll get superstar rappers to market our stuff for free, because they would have got laughed out the board. How are we going to do that? How are we going to get them to promote it for free? How are we going to get these high-end cars to be promoted for free? How are we gonna get these high-end clothing and bags and stuff promoted for free? They got it for free.
A lot of these places judge us too on our appearance. You want to go into Louis, so they just judging y'all anyway. You ain't got no money. You ain't buying nothing. What you coming in here for? You ain't buying nothing for real. It's the rock. Morning.
Don't. I mean, come on. Let's say. And listen,
I knew you had that picture waiting. Yeah, I was waiting.
He can have it. I did it for a friend. I did it for a friend who has. So I actually went along with it to help a friend, to help Freeway promote. He was like, "Yo, can you put the rock up?" Got you. I'll do it for you. I don't represent the rock.
You could have said no.
I could have, and unlike
said no, because I don't want to keep this theme going and you Jay went that route.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And I should have. Instead, I was like, let me put the rock up. Let me rock with Freeway. He's doing a good thing. I spent $400 on this just to be in. You ain't up on this, yeah. Famous lyric.
Yeah, he got all the lines. Yeah, you ain't up on this. I got this just to say you ain't got it. How about that? I got them new Victor, them green sneakers. I forgot the boy name, the designer boy. I got these new sneaks. You ain't got it. It's the Rock. That's Mike, y'all. He talking all this, but he holding it up. Fall for it, y'all. Yeah, because there ain't nothing wrong. But anyway, we're Ryan the Musician.
What the fuck did you say? Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong.
People have the right to support.
Nobody said they didn't have the right. I said I was wrong because I said, let me just be friends. Let me just make sure I put this up because I know what he's
Where's your
representing.
self-confidence then?
It wasn't myself. What it was is I was being too. I was cordial and I did that. And I'm saying I shouldn't have.
So other rappers do the same thing.
No. I'm saying I shouldn't have.
Records. All of that.
I should not. And I'm the one who posted it.
You did it for a friend because you helped him.
Exactly. Because he had an event called Free Fest. He had it this weekend that had therapists that were actually on site to start therapy with people. He was actually doing it for the community. So I put it up, but I shouldn't have. Is that clear? I shouldn't have.
What Ryan say to you?
I don't think taking a picture with him was wrong, but the gesture gives homage to Jay-Z. I would have said, I'll take the pic, but can't throw up the sign. You know what? What I could have done is I could have really hid and not posted it. That's all I had to do. But I felt like I'm a hypocrite if I put it up and then I sit up here and hide and don't put up the picture, which was a collage. It was a bunch of pictures that played.
Well, that one stood out to me, though.
Of course it stood out to you.
That one, I said, oh, I got to put this in a stash. I'm like, this is going to come up real soon. Who knew that? 2 days later, not even. A couple of days later, bam. We spend it to consume. They spend it to consume. Hey, think about it. Yeah, Jay Wells. Yep. Afro Queen. Black people do make enough money to keep anyone in business. Our influence does. I agree with that. Mike said we spend the most, but they don't want our dollar. Majority of them companies, but we want it so we can show everybody. I got that Louis.
Let me see if I got this one. Play off of this real quick. Sorry about that.
So we was pre-Diddy and Ciroc promoting. We didn't own it. We were definitely a Ciroc. Diddy used to give us cases of Ciroc. And we had it all in our photos in the background. Yeah, we was a The NFL
So
Louis Vuitton has nothing on my kangaroo bag. All right, Australia.
So I'll get this. It's the Masonic Rock. Yes, absolutely. And once I looked at the picture, I said, I shouldn't have taken that. I shouldn't have put that up. But I did. It's something I should have done. But see, I can admit that. I can tell you why I shouldn't have done it. While others will sit there and go, ain't nothing wrong with them, what they doing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Remember Tommy Hilfiger, they didn't want us to wear their clothes, and he said it when he caught on camera or something on tape saying
I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. I heard that rumor.
But we were still out there buying Tommy Hilfiger back in the day.
We had, listen, we know now. A lot of us didn't know then. All those designer sneakers, a lot of us didn't know then.
Ain't got no investments, but we want to spend money on Louis bags. And they be like some money for a bag. What up, DJ Super?
Super, what up?
I just saw something with Super. Shout out to somebody you got on your show interviewing. I saw somewhere and it was like, yo, I'm about to do it. Was it Cassidy? Somebody going to be on Super show. Keep rocking, Super. I see you out there in them streets.
Let me see if I can get.
Somebody shouted you out, Soup. I can't even remember now. I would have said no and still took the picture, shaking my head. Oh, Ryan lost faith in you, Mike. Ryan, like he can't believe you ain't stand on business, Mike.
And you're right, Ryan. I should have.
He said, but I get it though.
No, I should have. I should have, Ryan. I absolutely should have. I was like, we taking these pics. I said, all right. He was like, so throw it. I said, all right, let me throw it the rock. And you know what? And it's a normal. We're so custom. We're so programmed to do it, and I did it. And it's nothing wrong. Shot the freeway, but the event that he did was an amazing thing. That was a personal choice. Yes, and I took like 5 pictures with him, and that one I said, felt some type of way. But once again, What I could have done was just not posted it. And been a hypocrite and be like, I'm not going to post it. No, you did it, motherfucker. So you got to put it up. You don't have to, but you're going to have to. I came upon something and I had a question, right? I had a question about this clip I was watching. And then Al Sharpton, I'll connect it later, y'all. Al Sharpton made this, had this press conference. Okay. And in the press conference, he answered a question for me. He's telling them, if anybody wants to put a lawsuit against me or us, come bring it. And it's interesting on why he says that.
Okay, let me see.
Unconditional. Then another one talking about they're going to sue us. Well, let me tell you something about lawsuits. If you sue us, which would be something that I would welcome, because then we get our attorney and you as plaintiffs would have to come in.
Mike's clip dropped. He'll be right back. I know Mike hates to veer from the topic, but I seen some thoughts. Oh, my mom passed on Friday. That's why we didn't see you. Sorry to hear that, Legs. Sorry, prayers to you and your family. Ugh, horrible. Life be lifing. Prayers. Everybody show Legs some love and prayers in the chat. Oh, sorry to hear that.
I know Mike hates to veer from the topic, but I need some thoughts. My mom passed on Friday. Oh my God, Legs.
Yeah, right.
We can veer from any topic.
That's life.
We can veer from any topic. For those who are joining the show and you're watching this for the first time,
we're a community.
We're a community first. And when you're going through something in this chat and you're going through something in real life and you ask us for prayers, and that's something that we do. This is not something we do for any type of flexing.
Nah.
But you know what?
No, it ain't
prayers.
flexing.
It's not flexing, but we want to support people. So, Legs, our prayers, our deepest condolences go out to you and your family. You never know what somebody's going through. And Legs, I've been blessed enough.
Where she was at.
I've been blessed enough to have both my parents on this planet. Jay's lost a father. A lot of you guys have lost one parent. I have friends who have lost both parents. We are so sorry to hear that. We are so sorry to hear that.
Definitely. Good morning, Curvaceous. Legs, sorry to hear that. What Mr. Boy?
Maybe Jay Black will have the audacity not to fuck with you. Why? Can you leave her alone for like 2 weeks now?
Mike, I said nothing. You dropped, and I'm the one that was showing her love.
No. I'm saying in general. For those who don't know, Jay Black and Legs have a tumultuous relationship. They have a relationship that has gone back and forth, and he's picked on her, and she's felt picked on. And we had, you picked on her. Yeah, you sure did. Matter of fact, Jay Black is the one. Legs, we gonna make you laugh, Legs. Jay Black is the one who sent this. He wanted this. That Jay, remember that?
That did come.
Remember that?
Yeah, but yeah, that's where that came from. But
Legs, we got tremendous love for you.
Yes.
And our job is to give you some relief till 9 o'clock. So prayers, please add if you can add Legs in your prayers, whether you pray at night, whether you pray in the morning. I pray both. Whether you pray during the day, can you just send a quick shout to God, and God will know exactly who you're talking about. So shout to you, Legs. God damn, that's hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
Don't get me wrong. What was that? Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of high-end brands that don't like black people. Yes, but a lot of those urban myths were actually started by their competitors. I believe that, Marcus.
So just do your damn research. My bad, Marcus.
So sorry to hear. My bad. Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. But this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted because I don't want to run from this. He took a picture throwing up the rock sign. Sure did. Jay Black said, "What? Because they ain't do nothing wrong." This is what I like. I like a podcast. I watched the Joe Budden podcast, right? I watch a few. And there was a clip where Mark Lamont Hill was sitting amongst the fellas and just breaking down Jay-Z activities. And it was amazing. This is all I really wanted from Jay. And obviously, I'm not Mark Lamont Hill. Obviously, I don't have the gift that he has in speaking. I'm pretty good at this, but I'm not on his level. All I wanted was one day for Jay Black just be like, yeah, that just don't look right. It just don't look right. And this is Mark talking about Jay-Z's activities.
NFL boycott. You partner with NFL, right? After there's a Target boycott, you do a deal with Target. Whether everything is complicated, everything is nuanced, but at the end of the day, it just starts to look, as Joe would say, it starts to look away. When every time there's a boycott, you pop up working with those people. This is not to say that Jay-Z doesn't support the community. He does. It's not to say that Jay-Z doesn't support grassroots efforts. I've personally seen him invest in those things. All that can be true, and simultaneously, this is a bad decision. This is a bad choice.
Just optically, it just looks.
Just the optics of it are bad. You know what I mean? Whenever you, and I get people have different opinions on the Target boycott in particular. Fine. I don't. I think there's a need for one. But whatever you think about the Target boycott, it's just a bad look, and it doesn't have to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
I understand.
True indeed.
With you.
It just look bad. I'm with you.
Wow.
You know how hard it is to get dudes to go, yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Next topic.
Yeah. No, you want to bring up the freeway, so we're going to stay on this bitch. This is what I mean about the programming that Jay's under. He can't even go like, yeah, that Colin Kaepernick thing was pretty bad. Yeah, his freestyle was pretty bad. To take a shot of a man who's done nothing but try and help the community. Yeah, that whole thing at the Barclay. Moving people out, helping gentrify Brooklyn, and claiming there was going to be thousands of jobs. That never happened. Thousands of jobs never happened. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yup. That's pretty bad. That's absolutely pretty bad. And I shouldn't have taken the picture with Free. I should have taken a picture with, I took a bunch of pictures with him. And I posted that. Because unlike most, I'm not going to sit around and act like I'm not part of the problem. I'm not going to sit around and act like I'm not part of the problem. I'm not going to sit around and act like I don't need to be deprogrammed. Even when it's just a regular picture. Because I go one deeper. There are other signs that I wouldn't have done if he would have done. So yeah, I should not have taken that picture like that. But the fact that you still don't want to actually say, Jay don't even want to say it looked bad. That's how much the cape he got tied around his neck. That cape is on. Till the wheels fall off. I don't care if there's a motherfucking video with audio hearing the whole conversation. I need to be deprogrammed for sure. Obviously, Auntie outside. This has been 20, 30 years of being programmed to what we were supposed to like and not like. What we thought were high-end products. Do you know how much stuff that we actually support? That literally where the money goes to, the companies that own them, we all of us. But it's one step at a time. So if you were able to do the Target situation, great. If there's another,
and Mike ran in the Target bought an umbrella. Yeah. So
in the storm and rain. In the storm and rain. Oh, I forgot to say it. In the storm and rain. All right, that Al Sharp. So, let me send this real quick.
You played. You gave Aisha have the link, right?
No, I'm sending it right now.
Delran police stop minor. I started Auntie outside. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, play whatever clip you got played.
No, I could play a clip that me and Lady Q debated over.
Whoa, knock yourself. Let's go.
I got that Delran cop. Matter of fact, let me play them. So me and Lady Q always debate over women in their clothes. And I always talk about women needing to dress a certain way to avoid. We talked about this before, similar, and this girl clip came up. I didn't know if there was any lies detected. So maybe this is a no lies detected type of clip. If you wear certain clothes and the guy speaks on it, you can't be shocked. And this girl broke that down. You got the no lies detected? Or I just going to
play the clip, and then I'll play it afterwards.
and then get mad because a nigga like, damn, and niggas looking y'all. Bitch, you wearing some shit. Who the fuck is you wearing it for? Why you even get out the car? Why would you wearing some shit with your whole ass out? I'm talking about everything out. Unless you don't you want, when I wear my shit out, baby, I want them to see it. I want to put it in their faces. I'm gonna let them know because I ain't gonna have this shit forever. Stop being in denial. Y'all want that attention. Y'all be acting like y'all don't give a fuck. Nobody not finna wear certain shit unless they want some type of attention. Nobody not finna do certain shit unless they want a reaction out of it. Y'all bitches be looking for attention. And even if you ain't looking for it, you be mad because you're getting it when you put it out there for a motherfucker to say something. The fuck? Get him the fuck up out of here. Bitches that
Y'all see, listen. It always goes to the extreme. The problem is, it is subjective to what you think is showing your ass. If you have a sweatsuit on and you're just curvy, and a man decides to blatantly hit you with the, you gotta. There was one time a man said, we played a clip where a man commented her ass, and Jay was like, I don't know what's wrong with that. It's subjective on what. So you're telling me what you listen. I understand the reality of the reality, and I understand might sound like someone apologizing, but negating the whole apology. Just say my bad and move on. You're right. Shouldn't have taken a picture with the sign. Thank you, LaShawn. I think she's defending me. Thank you. I get it. Some women some women may want the attention. I can't speak for why women wear certain things.
See, everybody that saw you with that picture side note, they all thought the same thing. And
good. Well, that means y'all pay attention to the show. And I love the fact that y'all were up on it.
KT was like, I knew Jay was going to pull that one up. Like, they all know. Like, Mike talk,
and you
all
also knew you also knew Jay wasn't going to admit to shit about any wrongdoings of Jay-Z. You also knew that. You will always have...
Back to the
so the problem is what is then decided that a woman wants attention? If a woman just has a sweater on with jeans that fit, does that give a man the right to then compliment her boobs and her ass?
Well, anybody can get a compliment for anything. Like you said before, somebody can be in sweatpants.
Yeah, but it's if inappropriate comments are said.
Well, it depends. If you're dressed, you know what she's talking about. Listen to what she's saying.
I heard what she's saying.
And then get mad because a nigga like, damn, and niggas looking y'all. Bitch, you wearing some shit. Who the fuck is you wearing it for? Why you even get out the car? Why would you wearing some shit with your whole ass out? I'm talking about everything out. Unless you want, when I wear my shit out, baby, I want them to see it. I want to put it in their faces. I'm gonna let them know because I ain't gonna have this shit forever. Stop being in denial. Y'all want that attention. Y'all be acting like y'all don't give a fuck. Nobody not finna wear certain shit unless they want some type of attention. Nobody not finna do certain shit unless they want a reaction out of it. Y'all bitches be looking for attention. And even if you ain't looking for it, you be mad because you're getting it when you put it out there for a motherfucker to
this
say
bitch just said, and even if you're not looking for it. Let me point out your desperation. That's the person you think should represent how women should be treated.
I'm just saying any lies.
Wait.
Like when I heard her clip, I said she's speaking facts.
Wait. You thought that's the person who represents how women want to be talked to. A woman who just said, "I want to put it in your face." Because I ain't gonna have this forever. So you thought that was a good representation?
I thought that when women say, I can't believe these guys keep trying to catcall me and trying to, why are they doing all that? You got your ass out. You dress a certain way, you're going to get a certain attention. And I thought, hearing it from a woman, I'm like, bam, any lies to tell.
What about all the women who don't feel that they have their ass out? Just because something fits. So this is the chick. This is the chick that Jay wanted to represent y'all. This is the one right here.
Get him the fuck up out of here. Bitches that be wearing certain shit outside and then get mad because a nigga like, damn, and niggas looking y'all. Bitch, you wearing some shit. Who the fuck is you wearing it for? Why you even get out the car?
I'm just saying. I bet you. I guess Asha Holman, she knows. She don't dress.
I want Aisha to hear the whole thing. No, don't cut her off now. Don't cut her. Let her get on fire. Let her get on fire.
Why would you wearing some shit with your whole ass out? I'm talking about everything out. Unless you want. When I wear my shit out, baby, I want them to see. I want to put it in their faces. I'm gonna let them know because I ain't gonna have this shit forever. Stop being in denial. Y'all want that attention. Y'all be acting like y'all don't give a fuck. Nobody not finna wear certain shit unless they want some type of attention. Nobody not finna do certain shit unless they want a reaction out of it. Y'all bitches be looking for attention. And even if you ain't looking for it, you be mad because you're getting it when you put it out there for a motherfucker to say something.
Even if you ain't looking for it. Get the fuck
out of here.
That's the representation. Let's bring our therapist, Asha Holman. That's the representation that Jay decided that he was gonna have represent women, and you happen to be an amazing woman. So hey, you're in the building. Our licensed therapist is here.
Good morning.
Wow, you guys are fired up. Yeah, that clip was quite interesting. I'm confused on how she represents all women. That's the part
that's the one that Jay decided. I said, Jay, this is the person that you decided to play on the show to bring home a point. To bring home a point that women, you deserve the cat calls. You deserve it because all women expected. And my point was, it's subjective on what do you think is having your ass out. Some women are just curvy. They can wear a sweatsuit and guys are sitting there and gonna believe that they are looking for the attention. But you're the woman. You're the woman. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I'm going to respond as a therapist, not for all women in the world. I will say, if you are seeking something, you will find it. If you are seeking something, you will find it. Now, on the counter argument of what he's saying is, well, what if you're not seeking it and you just happen to, you're just an attractive girl, you're just a curvy girl, you're just a whatever, you can have on a potato sack. Look, men will look. What I and I think some people should not be offended by is the basics of biology. Men are attracted to women, women are attracted to men, and I'm talking about heterosexuals. The problem comes in when people are disrespectful. Okay. And so if someone is respectful and they just they're checking you out, then men are attracted to men, women, and women are attracted to men. But if they are disrespectful, the disrespect will happen if you have on a potato sack. It will happen if you're at the beach in a bikini, in a swimsuit, whatever. Disrespectful people are going to be disrespectful no matter where you are, no matter what you're wearing.
But let me ask you this. If you are wearing something like she said that's extremely revealing, are you expecting to get more attention versus not?
I think you should be expecting. I don't know if they are, but I think you should be expecting. Because if you have your cleavage out, then men are going to look at cleavage. If you have something tight and short, then they're going to look at your legs. If you are blessed to have a derriere, then they're going to look at that. Men who like women are going to look at women, just as women who like men are going to look at men. Let an attractive man walk around without his shirt on at the beach or at the pool or wherever. She's going to look. Let an attractive man have on a nice suit and just be walking down the street or in the mall or wherever you might see him at. She's going to look. So I don't know. I don't think you should be offended because the opposite sex finds you attractive. I think the offense should come is if they are disrespectful in their expression.
And I think the one thing that and I'm telling y'all better draw these lines with men. Y'all better draw these lines with men because it's happened forever. If a woman lets you know she is uncomfortable with your comment, you don't have the right to keep commenting.
Yeah.
Once she lets you know, I'm not for it, I don't care what she has on. Your response can't be, well, you put it on. That means I get to say whatever I want to you. That to me is the most caveman like mentality to sit up here and be like, because she has it on, I assume that she had it on for my comments, and now it's free reign for me to say whatever I want to her.
You heard what Stacey Mitchell said. Women know when their ass is out. We look back to see it in the mirror. So Stacey, like she's being honest for y'all women. Thank you for being honest, Auntie.
It's so funny because if Beyonce walked by you with her ass out, you wouldn't disrespect her because you'd be scared to death. Y'all pick the ones that y'all feel y'all don't have to fear the repercussions of saying something crazy to. Y'all know which ones to say something crazy to. Because I promise, if the dude walking next to her happens to be a killer and you know it, all of a sudden you're not going to tell him, yo, but she had that on.
Right.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden the negotiation in your head changes, right? I just women. And listen, I know both sides of this story. I see women wear things because unfortunately they may want attention and they don't understand what that intention entails. They don't understand what that attention comes with. I've seen a lot of young women in their 20s be at the club back in the day and didn't know the reaction that they were going to get. They were just wearing something that was trendy that they said everybody's wearing it, so I want to rock this. I'm just not gonna go with this. Hey, you should expect. Dog.
Well, that was a debate me and my wife we had. But either way, that was it. We have our guests here now.
It's like the cop telling you got a hoodie on. Dog, what you ain't think I was gonna harass you? You ain't think I was gonna profile you?
Well, we do know a hoodie can attract that. That's why parents tell their kids, don't put your hoodie on when you're doing this. Don't do that. Sadly enough, it's the truth. It's the reality of it. We know it's not right.
And have you ever said
her ass out is not right there? What's up with them cheeks? Like we know, but we know it's likelihood is going to happen.
So, but I've never heard you give a cop an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
No, I've never heard you. No, but I've never heard you blame the dude. I've never heard you blame the person. I've never heard you say when you put that hoodie on, you knew you were going to be harassed by police officers all day.
You should be able to wear your hood regardless if it's 70 degrees outside. If it's
okay,
I get it. Women should be able to have their ass out, but we know what comes with that. There are times when I know. Let me pull this hood down. I don't feel like the bullshit today.
But you want the cops to stop doing it, right?
I do. I should be able to have my hood up, but I also know now is not the time for me to have it up.
But do you want the cops to stop doing it?
Yes, they shouldn't.
So why don't you want the guys to stop doing it?
No, they shouldn't either. But the reality, we gotta live in reality, Mike. We can't act like life don't be like that.
That doesn't have to be the reality.
It doesn't have to be the reality, right? But we understand societal standards. And so societal standards and societal norms, even as our society changes, we as humans have to adjust. LaShawn D said, I can wear whatever I want, whenever I want. You are right, girlfriend. You can wear whatever you want, whenever you want. But as we wear things, we do know that we're going to evoke a certain response. Because if you think about in the 20s, if you just look through the magazines and the such, the 20s, those swimsuits that they wore looked like kind of like a jumpsuit that stopped at the knees, that had a little ruffle around it, and it was tank top, and that was kind of like the swimsuit thing back then, and it progressively got shorter from the top and shorter from the bottom, as society changed. If you go back even further, early 1900s and beyond, the skirts were so long, it looked like you were Pentecostal Kojic, and if you showed your ankles, you were being sassy and flirtatious. Okay, so it's society changes, and with the change, we understand the expectation. So it wasn't right, but Black folk didn't drive down certain blocks. In the South, you weren't on the road at certain times of the night because you understood something could happen. So I hear your arguments. One side is saying, don't be foolish. We should be able to do whatever. Stop acting the fool out there and saying these inappropriate things to women. I'm with you on that. But Jay Black is like, look, if you're going to do it, don't act like you don't know what response you're going to get. I'm with you on that too. I in particular don't think men should sag. I think that's distasteful, and it just takes away from your manness to me. You look very immature and very childish, but people do, and they're going to attract a certain kind of woman. Won't be me, but it's a certain kind of woman.
I shouldn't have worn my outfits in my profile pic because so I shouldn't have worn my outfits in my profile pic because of ninjas. Nope, wearing it because I like it. All right, LaShawn. But I will say this, yeah, we didn't drive in certain towns, and we still been fighting to change that. And my thing is, as an individual man, you can change your environment by your change. You ain't got to change the entire environment. You can change your environment by your behavior. And it's this free will where people where dudes will use the excuse, will put what's gonna come out my mouth, and I know what it is. I'm going to use the excuse that you deserve this because once you walked out the house wearing that, it gave me the freedom to say whatever I want, even though as a dude, you wouldn't want that said to your woman.
Absolutely. It's not justifiable. A lot of people want to use excuses to justify poor actions and poor behavior. That's how date rape happens. She comes out very attractive, maybe something a little risque, and he thinks, oh, you wore that and you wanted it. Okay. And so, no, absolutely not. I did not want to have sex with you, and you don't have a right to force me to do so. That's why it's called date rape. I just wanted to be attractive to you. And so if a woman walks out and she's got on all these things, I think women should expect attention, period. But then with certain clothing, you should expect more or less attention. Okay. But should it be disrespectful? Should it turn into abuse or even a crime? Absolutely not. Men have to take responsibility what comes out of their mouth, just as women do. Women aren't the only ones that's catcalled. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, I done caught a few. I was totally offended. Nah, because sometimes I don't want that. Oh, you so adorable. What are you talking about? Follow back with that.
I love it. So what's up on business? So what hot topic romantic stuff are we talking about today? Enlighten me on the dating tips. What are the questions? What are the questions?
Let me catch up. Seems like the blame, no matter what, is always put on the woman still and not on these ignorant males. TP, listen, I'm trying to fight the fight. But listen.
I want to talk about submission. That's what I want.
So yeah, we're gonna get to it. Everybody relax. Okay. Everybody relax. Slow down. So yeah. Our therapist, she just sent me a clip, and I was like, okay, let me see this clip. And then all of a sudden, when I saw the clip, I went to the page, and I was like, what is going on here? And the irony is that sometimes I'm kind of proud of. I shouldn't say sometimes. I'm proud of this show because I see that things that we were talking about that we had no idea other people had the same energy and thinking that this is an issue in relationships. So it was called The Side of Submission. And there's some clips that we have. One of them has been one of the oldest debates that we've had. And I got to give Jay Black credit. He has stood firm. Oh. Hair for him is something he stands firm on.
Love it.
When you become his wife, you do not just go to the salon and make decisions about your hair without coming to him first.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yep. It needs to be a conversation. Facts.
Needs to be a conversation before you do anything with your hair. And this is a clip. This is the old. I call it this is an old go-to. This is the clip that they have right here about the hair situation.
What's that on your head?
What do you mean? What is that on my head?
Like, what's going on? What is that?
Okay, so you asked me to. All right, stop. You asked me to bleach my hair. My hair was damaged. I had to cut it off. I had to cut it off. I had to cut the hair off.
Are you shitting me?
Yes, I had to do. It's called a big chop.
Do that.
It's called a big chop. What?
Big chop. Holy shit. Why did you cut your hair? You didn't even ask me.
Okay, my hair was damaged
I heard
because of what you asked me to do.
You could go to the salon and get it fixed. Why did you do
You
that?
can't
to
fix
your hair?
damaged hair. You have to cut damaged hair.
What am I supposed to do with you with this?
What do you mean? What are you supposed to do with me? What do you mean by that?
Did you see you?
I think it looks fine.
You think it looked fine.
Don't make me start feeling bad about it.
And other women that look like women think it looked fine.
What?
Men don't like that.
Okay, so lucky for me, I already have my man. I'm not looking for what other men like. Like, why are you even bringing up what other men like and women liking women? I don't understand why you're making my hair such a big deal.
When I'm trying to come at you at night, and I see, I got over the bonnet when you had the bonnet because I knew what was going on underneath. But what you gonna do now? Put a do-rag on that? You gonna braid it down at night?
It's a good. I get it as a skit probably, but that was good. That's real life. That was real life.
They're done so well because these are conversations that have happened in relationships that we know for a fact they would happen in Jay's relationship if it happened. I just want to say one thing. I have never, ever, ever in 1 minute ever wanted to switch places with what a woman has to go through. I would never want to ever be in a position where people legit think that I need to ask my partner in order to be a good husband. I need to ask my partner what I do with my hair before I do it. I don't even know how y'all live in this world, but I don't even know. He quoted, he said, "You didn't even ask me." A person in their 30s and 40 years old, you looked them dead in the face and said, you did something with your body and your hair, and you didn't even ask me. But I'm untrained. Our therapist is here for a reason. Your advice for the woman.
The therapy. The therapy advice, not her personal thoughts.
Therapy advice.
We want your drink some water
advice.
because drink some
therapy
water.
Advice.
Let me hear this because when I met you, you had long hair. You can't just change and do something drastic without me. No, let me hear what she got to say.
I can't cut it off.
Not without a conversation.
Not without a conversation.
And honestly, in all honest, I'm being honest, Aisha. I respect you, I do. But let me hear what you're gonna say first, because in a marriage, you have to have conversations. You just don't make drastic changes without having a dialogue with your partner to get their thoughts and understanding. And is a marriage for a reason. It's joint. But let me go ahead. Let me hear you say, no, a woman can do what she wants to do.
How long you gonna talk before you let her? Let her say something.
I just want to make sure that I'm trying to lead the witness. I'm trying to lead her where I think she should go.
He said, "I'm trying to lead the witness." Lord and B. Jay Black, you don't have to lead me, brother. You don't have to lead me. Okay. In a marriage, there should be conversations. The problem that I have with this, now, one thing is I went through their site. These are skits because their things are really tough. And before I was able to thoroughly investigate their site, I put a therapeutic comment on there, and I was like, "Oh my God, please call. We have held this little."
They're like, woman.
I was like, "Let me help her, girl. 972-375. We got you." And then I kept looking through the site, and I was like, "Oh, these are skits, right?"
Right, they ain't hit you with this emoji. Like, what? They ain't hit you with this emoji. What?
Like, call us. Here's the website, Holman Family Services.
I did. I put it all up there. Like, girl, we got, like, come on. So these are skits because it gets worse. She's got some other ones out there that just make you really want to go to have a few, tell your uncle about him. Nevertheless, it's such a hot topic. It's such a women in their hair, Black women, white women, Asian women, whatever, men, and this infatuation with hair is absolutely hilarious to me personally. But as a clinician, we're talking about in a marital couple. Now, Jay Black, I don't know if you're gonna like the rest of these comments, because if it's good for the, what's the saying? If it's good for the goat, it's good for the handle, whatever it is. If you like it, I love it, right? So if it extends to hair on her, it extends to beard and mustache on him. If it extends to hair on her, it extends to the slow roll of gaining 25, 35 and that round tummy on him.
Mm.
Okay. If it extends to her hair and how she wears her makeup and whether or not she's wearing heels or not, that's the other hot topic for me. Lord Jesus. If she's going to wear heels or she's going out in flats, if it extends to that, then it extends to, I don't want to put on a necktie and sagging pants, and I don't want to get dressed up and put on this nice shirt and blazer or sport coat or whatever. It's both sides. So let's not be sexist and gender biased here. If in your relationship, two people have a conversation and those two people agree, then fine. As long as it's not abusive, as long as it's not degrading, harmful, controlling, all of those things fall underneath abuse, then it goes both sides.
Let me tell you something. I am not in any time in this planet. If my daughter says, Dad, I'm in this relationship, we've been together for 2 years, or they're married. Let's just say they're married. My daughter says, yeah, I want to get it. I want to cut my hair because I want to get this hairstyle, but I got to ask my husband first.
Nobody said gotta ask my husband.
Let me tell what you're saying in a nice way is you gotta ask me first. You can try and pretty that shit up all you want. You can try and pretty it up all you want. You want her to ask you to run it by you first. And if you don't like it, what you're saying is that she's not gonna get it. Never in any day, in any time while I'm on this planet, is my daughter gonna come to me and be like, I gotta ask him for woman, little girl. I done trained, I done brought you up better than that. I wish I would have to get permission from somebody to do. And if my son did it, I would just be like, dog, I failed. You gonna tell me
you can try to act like somebody's a horrible parent or horrible person all you want. The reality is, when I met you, you had long hair. This is the hair I met. This is the person I felt.
Nobody stays the same. Nobody stays the same.
When it comes to certain aspects, it should be a kind of respectful dialogue.
It has nothing to do with respect. It has nothing to do with respect. It has to do with this is what I feel I want to do with my hair. You got to be kidding me. That is the most overbearing, controlling to say you got to run this by me first. But go ahead, art therapist.
Look. Every relationship is a little bit different, and so Jay Block is pretty adamant about you had long hair then, and I would like for you to keep long hair. Here's where clinically it becomes a problem. If your opinion or your side on presentation of someone doesn't have room for flexibility, okay, because life happens. And so the skit said, you asked me to bleach my hair. That's what she said. You asked me to bleach my hair, and my hair got damaged from the bleaching. And let me just say this. First of all, the girl is very, very pretty. She's such a pretty girl, and I love the texture of her natural hair.
Yeah,
but she said, you asked me to bleach my hair, and because of that, it got damaged, and I had to cut it off. To me, that's where the flexibility should come in at. And saying, okay, babe, man, I really did. I wanted to see you in this different style or whatever. It will grow back. But if you become the guy in that skit, who, in my opinion, is a jerk. He is not acting loving. He's not
his thoughts and his opinions.
He is a utter and complete jerk. Yes, because he is not acting loving. He is not acting concerned about her. He's not. Did he ask her how she feels about herself? Because he's saying, you didn't ask me about cutting off your long hair, but she had to cut off her long hair. It was her hair. It's how she looked in the mirror every single day. And see, I bring it up like that for flexibility because what if she develops cancer? All that hair is going to leave anyhow. What if she gets sick? What if she goes through menopause? A lot of that hair is going to break off anyhow.
My wife, she's going through perimenopause now. What does that mean? So she can lose her hair?
Yes, hair thinning is such a huge thing.
Absolutely.
During menopause.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It is
but
one of the symptoms.
She can't go bald, though. She can't go bald.
I can't say
what if she did?
Go.
And what if she did?
I will say the thinning around the edges, the thinning in the crown, breakage is all sadly a symptom of perimenopause. Yeah. And so the flexibility has to be there because life happens and a woman's body is so intricate and we suffer and go through so many things that the things we go through, men do not go through. Y'all go through your own stuff, so I'm not going to discount that.
No, we
But
don't
you
go through your
definitely don't go through what we do.
No. And let me tell you what the first problem with this conference, since we're really gonna dissect this skit. The first problem is that she bleached her hair because he wanted her to.
Well, why is that a problem? I'm
The
confused.
first problem is that you didn't bleach your hair because you wanted to. You bleached your hair out of a request. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, I am an expert at this. I ain't gotta need no training for this. I can give you an expert at being a controlling son of a bitch. I'm gonna tell you about controlling. When a dude asks you to bleach your hair and you feel obligated to bleach it because he wants it, because that's how he likes you to look, you got a problem. And the problem just happened to exacerbate itself when the hair got damaged. Then she had to cut it off. Now he complaining about that.
I see
Because
why
no
you're
matter
single,
what,
Mike. I see you don't want to do nothing for your partner.
no, I was in a relationship for over 25 years, dog. So slow down with the single. It normally wins, but slow down with the single. When you get to 20-something years, holla at me. Holla at me then.
A little shade is being thrown.
The 12 years is cute. That's cute.
No, we was together for 20 years, but married.
No. We was committed in a relationship. It wasn't. We was there.
What I'm saying is, overall, your thought process is flawed to me because you don't do anything for your partner.
No. It's not that I don't do anything for my partner. It's what I don't do to my partner, which I don't request things from my partner unless she is comfortable with it. I would ask her, "What'd you think about bleaching her hair?" She's like, "I'm not really good with that." That's it.
You try to manipulate and do the
No,
whole.
I would ask.
Oh, you go there.
No. There's no manipulation. All there is asking. Hey, the bleaching that I see women bleach their hair, I think it looks.
Well, why not ask to say, "Hey, you think I'm thinking about cutting my hair? How you think I look with short hair?" Why not ask that?
What are you talking about? Wait, that doesn't even, dog. I'm saying I would ask. The problem is, back to the point, is that this woman is on demand, serving his every request. And even when she serves a request, if it doesn't turn out to be, let me tell you something. Keep serving every man's request and see where that shit leads you.
Okay, well,
in a
now
happy
wait.
relationship.
Yeah, right. In therapy. Sounds like when Diddy wanted Cassie to shave her hair.
Therapist, is she
remember that? Remember that?
And Cassie did it for him?
Yeah, remember that?
She did it to keep her man.
Remember that healthy relationship they were in?
Now you go to hell. There's a lot of other examples. I'm sure Michelle did something for Barack that he asked. I'm sure.
I think every person in a relationship does something for somebody else. Now, I think there are extremes to all of these things. Okay. And so if you're being demanding, commanding, then yes, you're being abusive. That is definitely emotional, verbal abuse in that regard. But if you are saying, hey, I really like it if you would wear that red negligee, then she's going to put it on because he really likes it. Okay. If she says, I really like it, I really like your beard and mustache. I really like it when you got it lined up like this. I really like that new haircut you have. Then he's gonna keep doing it that way.
But that's but my question is, there are times when I will shave my beard off just because I just need a break. I just need a break, and I just want my skin to breathe. Like I had it super thick, and it was super thick. Then I was like, I just needed to breathe.
And that's fine. It's your face, it's your body. That's fine. But if she's a beard girl during the season when it's gone, she's not going to find you as attractive.
Well, she really don't think I'm attractive then.
No, she's not going to find you as attractive. It's the same thing when people gain weight in relationships. I still love you, boo, but I'm just not as attractive.
Get him out here.
You don't have your abs. You don't have the arms. You don't have the shoulders like you used to have. I still love you. I still find you attractive, but it's not as attractive. Maybe I was a 10. Now I'm an 8.
Be careful, y'all. If hair makes you unattractive to him, be careful. Be careful, because that's a real finicky type of attraction he has to you.
He said,
Well, the total person is what people find attractive. And when I
Mhm.
say total person, this is what I'm talking about. You see a person physically first, and that draws you into them. But after that, you should be looking for character. Okay. And that then becomes the total person. You've got the physical that you see, then you got the character. And yes, I'm going to say it. Y'all can come for me if you want. Then you got your financial and your spiritual. Okay. And so, yeah, I said it.
How you say
That
financial before spiritual? How you say that?
I
How did you
didn't
hit the
say in
financial?
this order.
I'm watching you on this money.
I
What's
did
today's
not say
date?
in that order. Now, I didn't say it because the first thing you see is someone's physical. You don't know what their name is. You don't know their character. You don't know their spiritual life. You don't know their discipline. You don't know anything. You just see their physical and you like, oh, he cute, or oh, she cute, whatever. And the approach happens. After that, you start getting to know character and all of those things. And so spiritual, then financial, but it's in there, right? So then that's your total person. But if I met you, as he was saying, and I met you and you had long hair, and I typically like women with long hair, then that's what I found physically attractive first. And I would prefer if you kept your long hair. The problem comes in when there's lack of flexibility and it becomes demanding and commanding. That's where the problem comes in, because we can like a guy when you met him in his 20s and he was the basketball player and you guys were in college and he had a basketball player's body. But 25 years forward, now he's got the pooch or the gut or the beer belly. He doesn't have that basketball player body anymore, but that's still your boo,
I'm
right?
sorry,
That's still your person.
I do have to leave. I forgot I had a 9 o'clock appointment. Y'all keep going. Good morning, Stacey McCann. I'm sure this is my co-partner, the one he just bragged about. I'm sure there's things that she's done to keep Mike happy. I'm sure there's stuff that she knows that Mike likes, either if it's her hair being braided,
and I can certainly
I'm sure she
and just
did something just for him.
And just
maybe she didn't want to, but
and
I'm
we can
sure
ask Stacey,
she
and we
did.
can ask her right now in the 20-something years, if she cut her hair, did I have any problem or ever brought up
I'm not
having
just
a problem?
talking about that. It's other stuff, Mike.
She would never. I would never be like
certain pants she wears, certain tights, certain shoes, heels.
It wasn't me. That's not me.
There's something that you like that she did just for you that she wasn't 100%
That's
on
not
board with.
me. I hate this. I know. I hate to break it to you, but that's not me.
I'm gonna be
have a
in the
good one.
car.
And before he leaves, his wife said she's never asked him for permission. All right, so it's in the comments. It's in the comments.
It's in the comments. I love it. I love it. I got a text from someone who was working and couldn't get on here live. And the text says, I think that's bad advice to give your kids. When someone says, ask your husband first, it doesn't mean you can't still do it. It means you should discuss it with him first. When you're married, the two of you are one. So decisions should involve communication, not surprises at the end of the day.
Let me tell you something. Keep playing with men. Keep playing with them. I know them. Keep playing with them and give them an inch and see where it goes after that. And you will have a passion about I want to change this because this is something. Nah, makes me feel uncomfortable.
I don't think it should be manipulative. I don't think people should, try to turn the level and crank the knob and do all those things in your person, because that's manipulation, right? I do think it should be an open, honest conversation. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. It ranges from what you wear in public to how you wear your hair to what type of sex you want to have. If guys enjoy oral sex, or women enjoy oral sex, and then one day you decide, I'm not going to do that no more, not because there's a medical reason, not because of something actually happening, but just simply because, and not because they hygiene failed, okay, but simply because I don't want to do that anymore, then I think, that's a conversation that's going to be a problem. And so I equate it all the same. But remember, the line I'm drawing here is it demanding, commanding, and do you have flexibility for change? I think you should be able to set your expectation and what you desire and what you prefer, your preference, as opposed to a demand.
And this is what one thing, and I know you've said this, but Jay Black has said this. I'm very weary of people say, when we met. If I met you in my 20s and you think that's going to be the same person I am at 35, like you're really thinking of something that is not even, nobody is capable of staying the same person. Look wise,
Correct.
emotionally, my beliefs may have changed. What I felt I was turned on by, I ain't got a lack of a better term, it's going to change, because that's exactly what happens. People grow, and then people go like, that's not what I'm with anymore. There may be some things that a woman may have been down for in the bedroom in her 20s, that when she's 32 or 33, she thinks to herself, why in the world did I even do that?
Well, correct. And that's why I'm like, is it disrespectful? And so there was a rule in my mother's home that when she was training us to be wives, she always said, don't start anything you don't intend on keeping up. And that went from getting up every day, cooking breakfast, preparing a lunch, making sure there was a new meal for dinner every day, all the way over to the bedroom. And those are conversations that a lot of women are not giving to younger women in this day and age. And honestly, we need to be better at that. We need to train and teach. But the same thing for men. Like we keep arguing on what is she doing for him? I'm going to flip it. What is he doing for her? So the same argument is there. It's all of you guys, if you really want your woman to look a certain way forever and ever and ever, then you're going to have to look a certain way forever and ever and ever. Because it's an unrealistic expectation to expect her to maintain and do the work, especially with perimenopause or menopause full on, and not expect her body to change, not expect her skin to change, not expect her hair to change. Some women lose hair as they get older. Some women actually get shorter as they get older.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't handle that. I can't handle that. I can't.
What,
I can't
getting shorter?
No, I can't get shorter.
Some people do. They get shorter as they get older.
Yeah, I can't. Please, God, if listen, I know I ask for a lot. I know I pray for a lot. Please, I need this 5'7" and a half forever. I can't.
You can lose the half inch.
No, don't put that in the atmosphere. I can't lose a half. I can't.
I understand completely. I understand.
Lady Q had a comment, Team Bush. She said, the Mr. loves on all of this with my set it off braids, bun, frizzy, I guess that's a poof, straight hair. And the one time I cut it, let him act like he clubbed me over the head and drag me to his cave if he want. Okay, so okay.
So she's outing Jay Black. She's like, wait a minute, what is this foolishness? I have done all these things to my hair, including cutting it off. Okay, so she just outed Jay Black. His wife is doing whatever she wants with her hair, however she pleases, including cutting it.
Now this is another one where another clip that I want, and I think a lot of people, I'm not gonna say I saw this up close and personal, but I kind of did. When it seems like a relationship gets into a pattern where the man becomes the breadwinner, but the woman, before we got together, had set her life up, had gone to college, had whatever, and you just don't have to go to college. It doesn't mean you went to college, but had aspirations of what she did and the way life worked. Everything worked together, came together but now she's thinking to herself, okay, now I want to jump back out there and get my personal passion on. And this conversation, I almost felt bad for her in this conversation when she's trying to let her husband know, I want to get back in the workforce. Like, I want to jump back out here. And he wasn't happy.
About what we were discussing earlier, please.
About that working shit? No, it's a wrap for that. Don't even bring that shit up.
I don't understand why. Like, when I met you, I had dreams. I had aspirations. I have a degree that I'm not using.
Keep dreaming. We here now. You don't have a care in the world.
It's not about not having a care in the world. It's about having something for myself. Like, it's you and the kids.
What do you need
and that
outside
is
of us? Like what you looking for out there?
It's something for myself. It's
like
something
what?
for myself.
You keep saying that
like
you ain't saying nothing. What do you need for yourself? That a job is going to get you that you don't already have. You have money in your account. You don't have a bill. You don't have a
It's
car
not
note.
about the money.
You want to contribute? Your contributions in the house. You take care of the house. You cook. You clean. Because it's starting to sound like some other shit. And
It's not something else.
That shit ain't happening.
It's not something else. It's me having something for myself.
Gotta be a
outside
whole
of you and the
different-
kids.
A whole different life if you think that's.
Babe, it's not like I don't even understand how we got there. Like, I literally am just looking for something that I have for myself, and I'm not even
to use
listening
that
to
degree,
what I'm
because
saying
you're
and
talking
how I feel.
foolishness. You talking some bullshit.
So you just want me at home. That's not the life that we planned. We didn't plan that life. When we
plan
met,
to have a happy family, stress-free. What don't you have?
All right.
Look, let me just say, this is the clip that I went online and I was like, sis, I can help you. Was 972. I posted it a few times and I was like, sis, this is abuse. You don't have to do this is the clip that sent me over the edge. Cause I was like, wait, what in the archaic Babba Dabble Flintstone land is she living in with this man? And let me just say, for everybody who's out there watching and listening, yes, these are skits, because I was on the 1-800 where you at, we
But
come
it's
to
real
rescue you,
life. But
sister.
it's real life scenarios that people go through.
Yes. And this one really fired me up. And I think it fired me up for a number of reasons. One, because I am an educated woman, right? And so that's the one part. But two, to see him blatantly deny her an opportunity to feel fulfilled by using her gifts and talents in the world and not just at his pleasure and leisure. That is what really burned me up. And so this is a skit, but for people who are living this, because people really do live this, where their husbands believe that their only a role in life is to be the personal cook, to be the personal maid, to be the meet my every whim and be here to serve me. Now, look, let me say this. Being a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife with or without children, with children, I think is the hardest job in the world. I think those women work triple time more than most women who work solely in corporate, right? But she has the ability, the capability to do whatever it is that she wants to do in the world, and she should never be denied access to being feeling fulfilled in whatever it is that she wants to do. It doesn't matter if she wants to go down to the local coffee place and be a barista. If that brings her joy, then she should be able to do that. Her whole goal in life is not to do chores, because cooking and cleaning and seeing the children off to school is nothing but a chore. That doesn't make you a mom. Okay.
Ooh.
That does not make you a mom to cook and clean and send the children out to school. Absolutely not. You can pay somebody to do that. 1-800 nanny is a thing. I don't know if that's a real phone number, but it's a thing.
So, and I'm with you, but and this is, and I hate to harp on this. What I mean by when you start allowing somebody to go to and I hate to beat a dead horse, when it starts with, hey, bleach your hair, and then don't you dare cut your hair, and then it goes to, what you mean? You want to get out here and get a job? That's not what we plan. We living a good life right now. And I'm not, and there should be communication. I understand there should be communication, but in this instance, this is the progression. this is the progression of allowing somebody to control you, almost like a dictator in the house.
Absolutely.
That conversation should be you sharing some exciting plans that you have, because you assume that there's going to be some adjustments, but you assume that your partner is going to be like, oh, you did go to school for that. Oh shit, well, what you trying to do? Like what? So how are we going to organize this? Because this is going to be difficult. You know what I mean? You're normally home. So what's the plans? Instead it's the opposite of just like, what are you talking about? We ain't doing that shit.
Right, right. Because a lot of people, or I say, excuse me, a lot of men assume that it's the woman's job to be home. Let me flip this around, because a lot of times we have these conversations about where her role is. All too often, I get premarital couples in my office, and she is the primary breadwinner and when they're premarital, right? And I ask, in the next 5 years, her income is probably going to double, and your income is already lower. If yours doesn't triple, then over time, she's always going to earn more.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's time to have children, are you then going to reverse it and let him stay at home? Because if you don't, and she stays at home, let's say they decide they want somebody to stay at home for the first year of the child's life, then you're going to lose a significant amount of money. And so it's the same thing. It's that conversation of having gender roles and chore-based gender roles. And I don't think it should be chore-based gender roles. It is not healthy for the couple. If you really truly want a healthy relationship, then the chores should be based upon strengths. And it should be based upon general communication for the house and rhythm of the home. And so if childcare, since childcare is about $1,000, once every 2 weeks, something like that. Childcare is ridiculous. Like, I question why I'm doing this for a living. I should be doing that. Per child. Childcare is crazily expensive. So if the decision was, you know what, childcare is going to cost us $4,000 a month, that's going to be like 60% of your salary. Are we willing to give 60% of your salary away, or are we willing to give 100% of your? Are we going to just, you going to go to work so you can send the kids somewhere else, or is somebody going to stay at home with the kids? They get the healthier food and more nurturing and da 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 da. That's a conversation worth having. But if a partner says, no, I don't want to stay at home 100% of the time, then here is what's going to determine your mental health. How are you going to respond to that? Are you going to develop a narcissistic personality disorder? Are you suddenly going to develop extreme selfishness? Are you going to become a dictator and say, no, this is what I want I want or don't want for my kids? Or are you going to be understanding and flexible? Because again, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I think that's the right quote. So if she doesn't want to stay at home, brother, and you want your children to be stay-at-home kids, then you need to stay at home.
And what you're saying makes common sense. It's just common sense. This is why, and maybe I'm an overthinker. Maybe this is why I overthink so much and it drives me crazy. I don't ever want to be with somebody for like 30, 35 years, 40 years, and we're, sitting in the bed. And it comes to my mind that there was something in your mind that is always going to be a what if. And there's something that you're like, if I just could have had the opportunity, if I just would have had I don't want to be part of the situation that stopped you. Because I've been blessed enough to, whatever dream I had, I got to try it and do it and have the satisfaction of knowing this is how it turned out. And I'm blessed. I don't ever want somebody to be laying next to me and maybe not say it, but in their mind, they're like, one of the reasons I didn't It's because of this motherfucker right here.
Yeah. And that's real for a lot of people. It's very real for a lot of people. They didn't go and get that graduate degree. They didn't go and finish a degree. They didn't go and open the business. They didn't do da 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 because their partner said, no, not right now, or what do you want to do that for? Or I'll be here to take care of you. And you know, the problem with that is not that I disagree that some person could take care of another person, or if we're going to talk gender, that a man could fully take care of a woman if he's making so much money, blah, blah, blah. Of course, you can financially provide. But the problem with that is when you die. Not if, because we know that everybody's going to die one day. So when you die and you're not there, and that income that you had is no longer rolling in, what's going to happen to her? What's going to happen to those kids? You know, and someone might say, oh, well, he's going to have money stored up and he would have invested and he's got life insurance policies and da 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 da. Yes, yes, yes. All of that is true. But please, anybody who understands basic math, I can fill a bucket to the brim and it is, you know, completely, we've got a full bucket. But if I keep withdrawing from that bucket and never adding to that bucket, eventually it's going to run out. So when the earner dies, and I've known this to happen to people in my sessions, they buried their spouse, and both on the male and the female side. They buried their spouse, and he was the earner. He didn't involve her in any of the finances. She just knew that there was money there, but she didn't know what bank account. She didn't know where the investments were. She didn't even have access to the bank accounts. She didn't know how to pay the bills. She didn't know anything because Big Daddy said, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, that could be dangerous. That could be a dangerous.
It's extremely dangerous because now he dead. And what is she supposed to do? The absolute reverse happens. I have also seen she did everything for him. He went and earned the money, but she took the money and applied it and paid all the bills. She knew all the account numbers. She made and cooked and fixed all the meals. She cleaned all the things. She went to all the school events. I mean, hell, people outside the home didn't even know there was a daddy because all he did was work. And she took care of everything because that's what they wanted or what she agreed to and what he wanted. And when she died, he didn't even know the doctor's name of the kids. Okay? The school has never seen him, maybe once.
Well, damn.
He didn't know how to cook. He didn't know how to clean. He didn't know the child had allergies. Okay?
That's a lot.
And look, I wish I could make this stuff up. I cannot. The stuff that comes in my office, I can't make this stuff up. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. You don't want to have a 100% dependent relationship in any shape, form, or fashion. You want to have a communicable relationship where we're talking about everything. I may be better at, I don't know, mowing the lawn, and you may be better at cooking. Then that's just a chore. But if I get sick, are we gonna starve? And if you get the flu, are we gonna get fined by the city or by the HOA because our grass has gotten so high? Like, you should not be incapable of surviving without your spouse. That's when it becomes dangerous, and that's when you're bordering on unhealthy relationship, because now you're completely codependent because you don't know how. It's not the fact that you allow someone to take control of this part because they're better at it. It is the absence of knowledge. When you are completely absent of knowledge, you're absent of ability. You want to be kept sitting up on the princess pillow. You can't, as my mama would say, your nails so long you can't roll a biscuit.
Yeah,
That's not healthy.
And you got to take personal responsibility for the fact that we get into comfort zones where we assume that this is going to go on, which is dumb. It's going to go on forever. You do have to take the initiative. Men and women do have to take, like, when it comes to allergies, like they joke about me with my oldest and her allergies. She's allergic to air. She's allergic to everything. And the poor child has had to remember every time we go out, and sometimes, I'll slip up, but I know she's allergic to a lot of stuff. And I know it's tough to try and break into the other person's quote unquote job, but you should be informed you should be informed of the basics of what goes on here. Like you said, you should be informed of the basics on both sides. Like, you should know the accounts that we have. You should have access to the account. You should know that if something were to happen, these are the accounts that the bills come out. These are our investments. This is what and that's something that you have to do, but we get comfortable. And that is absolutely true. The thing when you say we're all going to die is, I, once again, don't want to be the person that it was part of the ultimate regret that you just say, what if I just would have? And I've seen people be like, I had this promising career and I love my family. And you always got to preface it. Everybody always has to preface everything. Everybody has to say, but I love my family. This is a blessing. I love my family. But I always wondered, what if I just would have tried this or tried that? And some people, it really bothers them, because trust me, if a relationship had stopped me from doing comedy, there would be a real bitterness in me. I probably wouldn't even go to the movies.
Look,
because I would truly believe, and I was that close, I would truly believe that I never gave my chance an opportunity. But because I gave my chance an opportunity, I was in LA. I got to experience what I didn't like and what I did like. I don't know what that would be like, to just sit in the bed and be like, fuck, I never took a chance.
I remember back in the day when I was teaching GED, I was in grad school, and I met this beautiful young lady. This is before I was a clinician. I met this beautiful young lady, an Indian girl who was in my class, and she was so smart, and she was just zipping through material, right? And I was a 5-subject GED teacher. For those of you out there who are familiar with GED, you know that there are single subject GED teachers and then 5-subject GED teachers, right? And so I taught all 5 of them, and she was just zipping through. And then she said, well, Miss Aisha, I might not be able to return to class. And I said, well, honey, what's wrong? I'm thinking, do you need bus fare? That's the first thing that came to my mind. You need some bus fare? Let me see if I can get you, because they have accommodations for college students at the community college. I said, let me see if I can connect you with somebody to get you the free bus pass and the da-da-da-da-da, all the things. She was like, no, ma'am, that's not it. I said, well, what's wrong? She said, well, my parents want me to get married. I said, okay. I said, well, I don't know what's going on. I said, well, congratulations. Does that mean you're going to take a break because you have to go on a honeymoon and do these cultural things?
She's going to get married. That's what it means. Your ass going to get married.
I did not understand back then. She went into greater detail, and I'm avoiding the detail just in case there are details that actually point her out, right? But she went into detail, and she started talking about the arranged marriage and the older man that they wanted her to marry because he was successful in all the things, and it was time for her to start having kids. And she was getting into family arguments and fights with siblings who were married, both male and female siblings, and just so many things. And I said, well, baby, what is it that you want? And she was like, I want to go to school. She's like, I don't think I ever want to be married. She was so disgusted about being married, at least in her culture, about being married and having kids and only living this stay-at-home mom life. She wanted to go to school. She had aspirations of a particular career and all the things. And all I can say is, in the long run, a plan was made. Is all I can say.
Wow.
A plan was made so that she could have options. Okay. And information was shared.
But to have to do all that just to follow what it is that you want to spend. Like I always tell, there's a game clock behind us in life, and we don't know when it's going to be all zeros. And to have to do backflips just for a human being to follow their passion to what they want to do. But before you go, because I gotta show. I want to show you this clip before you go. All right, this is one of those things that are like the cliche thing that I hear all the time from women. I want a man to plan. Just don't ask me to go out on a date. Don't ask me what I want to do. Don't ask me. So this woman has one of those situations, but it gets this is where it listen, I'm just going to let her complain. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna let her complain. He won't plan, and this is her complaint.
So he would, but what if it's been 10 years and he still struggles with planning dates and creating romantic moments?
He don't do it often enough, or it's not as extravagant as you would like?
He doesn't do it often enough.
So if there was like a romantic moment score, how many romantic moments have you planned?
Over half.
So it's like 60-40, you're saying?
Let's talk about bills.
He
Is the
pay all
bills
the bills.
50-50? He pays it all?
Yes.
That's romantic. Romantic.
You don't know how much your rent is, your lights are, your car is, but you had to pick out the restaurant, so you
And
feel
you got
like
a
you're not
ring
doing
on.
enough.
Can you show the
Girl,
ring? It's bust down. Look at it.
we out here fighting for our lives.
He bought you this?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How romantic is that? Is that romantic?
Is that a promise ring
Did
or
he
an
actually
engagement
get
ring?
down on a knee and like do it this way?
At home, at home,
He did it at the
Where
home.
you want him to do it at?
on the beach.
And listen. I understand it would be nice. Once again, I am untrained. I've been in nothing but failed relationships that failed at the end. They were beautiful and failed at the end. Jeez, you people are really blowing me up. But I think sometimes these things get programmed in people's heads that a person is a bad partner because their strength isn't planning things out for dates and stuff like that. And I think we get caught up in this make-believe world. Like, there are just certain people who aren't good at planning dates. As crazy as that sounds, there's just certain people that their creative juices, even planning a date for them to do something. But if a person is your partner and everything is going well, but your gripe is, yeah, but she don't plan, or she not, for a guy, she's not spontaneous sexually, but she's a great everything else. Like, we can work, but you go ahead. You're the trained person. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, you know me. I like real interactive stuff, right? So let me just ask you this question, and for everybody listening, go ahead and answer this question for yourself. Do you like coffee? Do you drink coffee, Mike?
Yeah, I drink coffee. I feel
Okay.
like it's
How
set
do
up.
you
I
like?
feel like you're setting me up. I feel like you're setting me up right now.
How do you like your coffee?
I just like regular coffee with French vanilla creamer. With a lot
Regular
of it.
coffee with a lot of French vanilla
I need
creamer.
my
So
coffee to be a white girl.
so you like coffee with your creamer?
Yes. There you go. There
You
you
like
go.
coffee with your creamer.
Yes.
Okay. Now ask me if I like coffee.
Do you like coffee?
No, actually I don't. I don't like coffee at all.
Do you like tea?
I do. I love tea.
You love
Absolutely
tea.
love tea. Yes.
Okay. Got it. All right. So you're a tea person. Okay.
I am. I'm such a tea person that I
Uh-huh.
have a tea station in my bedroom.
Oh shit. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm such a tea person. I have a tea station in my bedroom.
Let me
Yeah,
write
look, a little bit of Keurig, or Keurig like, because they cost too much. But Keurig, I'm down for it if you're gonna send me one.
Okay. All right. All right.
A single cup. I've got loose tea. I've got tea bags, prepackaged that you buy off the big box store shelf. But I've got the exotic loose teas I pick up in other countries and stuff. I've got the little filter and I put it in there, and I've got other things that I put in my tea filter that I can create my own flavors with. Yes, absolutely. So If I got up in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and I fix you creamer with your coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and you never offer to fix me tea, or better yet, if you got up in the morning and you fixed me tea
Mm-hmm.
and I never offered to fix you coffee, how would you feel about that?
Oh, okay. The normal person is gonna say, I'd be like, why don't you ever fix me tea? But I wasn't fixing you the stuff so that you could fix me the stuff. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because you don't want a transactional relationship, not in the frontal lobe, right? You're thinking, hey, I'm doing this because I care about you. I'm not really trying to have a transactional relationship, but I do recognize that this basic little thing that I do for you, you don't return the favor. I really like for you to return the favor because I like creamer with my coffee.
Right.
I like coffee with my creamer rather. And this is something I really enjoy. It's my pick me up and all the things. And I take the time to do this for you. That's really what this young lady is saying. She's like, look, I know he paying all the bills. He's got me this beautiful diamond. He proposed privately at home, all the things. But he's never done the thing that actually means the most to her heart. You like coffee, I like tea. He feels most likely that being romantic for him is making sure that her every financial need is taken care of. But in her opinion, she wants a little bit more romance. And so I do think there's an easy fix. And it's, at For Better Marriage, for all of you couples, whether you common law,
Yeah.
long term,
I'll get it.
or married, we have a class for men called Romance 101. Okay,
Mhm.
Romance 101 is just what that is. We teach men how to be romantic. We turn it into a game. Yes, you do get to compete and you win real prizes. Look, I'm telling you, Mike, this class is absolutely fantastic and hilarious because I do everything big and everything like hands on. I pull in a whole bed, a whole table, a whole picnic, a whole everything. And we teach men how to make up a bed the right way, the way a girl would like. We have fake roses, we have petals, we have all the things, not to give all away all of our trade secrets, but
Right.
we have so many things there to teach them with big gesture, small gesture, all the things. Because knowing your partner's love language, okay, knowing what warms your partner's heart is part of keeping the relationship spicy. Now, before I'm gonna be a little J Black on this side, what's the other side, Aisha? He's paying all the bills, right? So I'm gonna say you're right. He's taking care of her, so she does need to show appreciation. She does. She does need to recognize that and show appreciation.
This is my pushback on that. With this particular person. I think a lot of people now want that because they were told that they should want that. And all the stories on social media show you, oh my God, he planned this whole thing out. And And she got the ring. She got the ring. He literally went down on one knee and gave her the ring. But because she's seen people do it on beaches and she's seen all the social media posts on people doing romantic things and people dropping from the sky and in parachutes and coming down with a ring, all of a sudden, that's not enough because what she's seen is like, why won't you show me the way he showed her? And I think that's a dangerous thing when we start changing what we feel is really something we like. Like, I really do appreciate this. But I've been shown that is the way you show a woman. And this programming is that if you're in a happy relationship, like let's just say you don't make me the coffee. Let's just say you don't make me the coffee. But I can name 7 other things that you do that I think are amazing. I'm not going to harp on the fact that you didn't put creamer in my coffee.
Okay, then let's make it a little bit more something that you would care about. I do all these things for you, but I won't have sex.
Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing?
See, because that
what
matters
are we
to
doing?
you, right?
What are we
Right?
doing?
You can care less whether or not the coffee's made, but if she ain't having sex, like you only get some sex once a month, once every 2 months.
Yeah, we'd have a discussion about the once a month.
So now we'd have a discussion because sex is your value system. See, what you did unintentionally just there was you fell into the toxic masculinity trap.
Mhm.
Because you just said that what her desires were not important and they were not her own, as if she cannot make up in her mind what makes her happy. She knows what she likes. Don't you ever devalue a woman's brain like that.
I'll
She
devalue
knows.
her because I got a funny feeling that she has looked about on that. And just to go back to your sex once a month, the reason why it's a problem with me sex once a month is not because I was told on social media that I need to have sex twice a week. It's because of my actual sexual desire. So I'm, in my opinion, and I'm going out on a limb, I believe that she has watched and been programmed that is the stuff that she likes because she sees other people getting all these likes and views on it. So she believes that's the way. Because I promise you,
I'm going to argue and say that you want to have sex 3-4 times a week because you watch porn and that's what your boy said is supposed to happen.
no, because I can, and
Once
I'm not
every
going to
3
get
months
graphic.
would be good enough for you.
No, but I would tell you, I would say, no, that's not the point. And I would prove it to you. I'd be like, look, I'm like, see, this
So just because you can have a biological response and be horny doesn't mean that she can have a biological response and recognize an emotional absence.
But
she can recognize an emotional absence.
And I will agree with you with that. I will, the emotional absence. I just think we're now in a society where when you do the gratitude list on this, what we've done now is made the two things you don't have in a relationship the golden thing that I have to look at, but we'll ignore the 15 things. We'll ignore the person being kind. We'll ignore, like I said, if we were in a relationship, I'd be like, wait a second. She's kind. When I'm literally trying to research stuff, I'm just saying hypothetically, when I need to research stuff for what I'm doing with my job, she has the greatest suggestions, and she literally takes time out her schedule to be like, Mike, you know what I'm gonna do? Give me that. I'm gonna research this information. I'll have something for you later. And I know you got a busy schedule. So my thing is, those things seem to be lost now. And now what we've done is try to spend our time trying to figure out what it is that the person doesn't do. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do. I understand. But see, I don't think that's what this young lady was doing in the clip, at least for the little piece that we saw, right? So we're just going to base it off of the piece. And for all the people out there, the side that you're talking about is the selfish, ungrateful side where nothing's ever good enough. That's what you're arguing. What I'm arguing is you can be doing all those 15 things, but the one thing that really warms my heart is this one little thing over here. This is what I tell my family members. I don't need a lot, and it's not because I don't have a lot. It's just simply because I don't require a lot, right? I'm really easy breezy like that. Hence is why we can go to the little burger joint when you came into town, because I'm real easy breezy like that. But there are some things I am very particular on. Okay. And I share with my family, I said the best gift for Christmas for me is fuzzy feet. Any type of warm, soft, fuzzy feet, house shoes, socks, plug them up, heated, battery operated, fuzzy, warm feet, anything, 10,050 colors. I don't really care. I don't care how many pairs of them I have. I can have 10 pairs. I want 11. I love soft, fuzzy, warm feet. Like that is just my thing. You can buy me all the things for Christmas. And I'm going to say, oh, thank you. I like this, and I like this, and I like this. And I'm going to be looking like, where are my fuzzy feet? Because that's the thing that really warms my heart. You can buy me nothing and buy me fuzzy feet. I'm going to be happy. I'm still going to be sitting here like, because I got fuzzy feet. I feel the same way about flowers. You can buy all the things. But if I'm not getting flowers, I'm like, I I appreciate all of this. All of these things are beautiful, but flowers, for some reason, not plants, flowers is the thing that warms my heart. I do not think you get to disregard the one thing that warms the person's heart. She said she wanted him to plan a date. To plan a romantic date. Brother, 1-800-Google, call a therapist, ask your mama, sisters, auntie, cousins, best friend, what is a romantic date, and put something together. Even if you romance 101 and 4 Better Marriage, okay, and you just take it, put it in your arsenal, because we teach very easy, strategic skills that you can do and expand upon for the entire year. And it makes you look like a rock star. All right. So, yes, be
I will say
romantic.
this: you are a super kind person, because that's not what I saw in her. But that we saw two different things. Anytime a woman gets a ring and says, "Oh, I needed him to do it on the beach," it puts my spidey senses up. It does put my but I will give the fact that what you said is correct. If she is the type of person that you're saying, I just don't believe in a 10-second clip that she is. But this has been great. Musically. Oh, but there's something I want to point out. We talked about all this. We talked about all these subjects. We talked about all these aspects in relationships. And somebody said porn kills human mating, I think. That's what you got. She mentioned one thing about porn. She mentioned one thing.
Hey.
All of a sudden you were like, hold the fuck up. Oh, porn kills human mating, I think. We talked about rings. We talked about regrets. We talked about allowing people to follow their dreams and passion. No, fuck all that. Porn kills human mating, I think.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. All right. Home and services. Jay normally puts the thing up. I don't know where he has it. He has it somewhere here. See? He hides it.
I got you. It's homeandfamilyservices.com. Holman is spelled HOLMAN. Again, homeandfamilyservices.com. HOLMAN. You can also reach us by telephone, 972-375-1200. Again, 972-375-1200. Yes, we accept health insurance. We also have a Care Connect plan to make mental health counseling affordable to you guys. And we do everything from, the movie scary stuff. If you're schizophrenic or you have some real personality disorders, you're taking medication, we do that. We are a full mental health clinic, and we do everything else on the lower end. Like my husband's getting on my nerves and I don't like my kids today, and my boss is about to get, bossed out. Exactly. So we can help you with all of those things too, and everything in between.
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. See, I shouldn't have made fun of your porn comment, because you said I had fun subscribing, Mr. Sean, and you called me Mr. Sean. Listen, don't take offense to it, but it made me laugh. It just made me laugh. I had to point it out. And I can't even read. Is that Jane?
Yeah, Jan Spitfire. Jan Spitfire.
Spitfire 9884. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And yes, you know what? Since you subscribe, yes, porn does kill mating. Porn does kill. It does. It was a bad influence that porn really did. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. I've gone down that rabbit hole before on this show talking about it. All right. It's been wonderful. Thank you for spending time. We will see you every Monday. Thank you for promoting the show. We appreciate you promoting the show on your own. And we'll be back at it tomorrow, y'all. One more time. Let me put this round of applause. Let me get this round of applause so we can, when you leave, you can leave properly. Miss Asha Holman, the wonderful, kind-hearted, who really thinks that woman really is kind and has that heifer. Have a great one. We'll see you next Monday.
Yeah, see you then.
All right, that was good. That was good, y'all. All right. So, y'all, I'm trying to see how to say this about the show. The last two shows, the numbers went incredible. And we think it was because of the title. And I just, for those who are here, the OGs, we could have put another title, which we kind of put, Nolan Wells, white friend, started GoFundMe, and we paid that off. And I'm going through a dilemma on, I want people to see the entire show. I want them to see your personality. I want them to see what we have as a community. So we are going to have promotion, and we're going to have the covers and the thumbnails. They call it the thumbnails to promote the show. And I just don't want to get caught up chasing the numbers and lose what this show is. But at the same time, I know in order to grow the show, there has to be, even though we're passionate about what is going on with Nolan Wells, we're passionate about what goes on and went on and continues to go on with Carmelo Anthony. We're passionate about this stuff. But I also don't want to turn us into that we can't be our full selves. So I'm trying to work on a balance. And I'm trying to work on a balance on how to get our numbers, which we had extreme numbers the last two shows. And I think a lot had to do with us talking about Nolan Wells. And you know how much I feel that we need to keep shedding the spotlight on it. So I'm trying to figure out how to keep the authentic show and and not try and just use it for what everybody else is using it, which is baiting everybody in here to talk about serious stuff that needs to be talked about. But y'all know, on the flip side of this, our silliness and the escape that we have, I don't want to lose saying stuff like this.
It's a gabillion good coochies out here. If you
being able to just put that on there. So we're gonna work together. The momentum is going. Now, were the numbers the same today as they were for the last two shows? No. So there's a regroup now in trying to figure out how to do it so we still have a gang of fun and we still talk about serious issues. And then,
she got big dash.
hit that off. And then when somebody gets mad, being able to just having our moments of me and Jay are still KT, Dr. Aaron Smith, still trying to figure it out. But if we're gonna, I don't want to fall into the system. But we are going to do things to get these numbers to where they're naturally going to get to, regardless. I hope that made sense. What I just said. We'll talk about it more. KT said 828 subscribers. Yes. Future topics, politics and U.S. relationship tips. Now we got somebody giving us future careers, fires all over why and stuff like that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Good book, weapons, space junk videos, crazy people, how to protect self, be aware of surroundings. Okay. All right. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right. I'm about to be out of here, y'all. Everybody have a great day. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone or any circumstance take it from you, because God got me, God got you, God got us. For Michael Sean, Sexy Mo, Asha Holman, Jay Black, obviously, Amani, Kamari, Dr. Aaron Smith, and Lady Q, wokeupinspired.com. If you have a vision, you want to put it on a t-shirt, you want to put it on a mug, you want to put it on a backpack, she can make it happen. Go to wokeupinspired.com. And when you get there, there will be merch that is ready to be sold and shipped. We are gone. Gone now.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also